Hi guys, FrostFangs here, and welcome back once again to another Paladins video, and just in case it wasn't obvious, nice, that's a word apparently. Hi guys, FrostFangs here, and welcome back once again to another Paladins video, and just in case it wasn't obvious enough already, we are in Paladins 1.3, I'm on the PTS, it should be out on the PTS for a couple days until it goes into live, because I think the Battle Pass has like 5 days on it, or something. There's a new Battle Pass, that's a pretty smooth transition in 1.3, it's got a couple more tiers. I think they said it's going to have 100, but on the PTS it only has 75 for some reason. Maybe they're waiting to show something off when it goes into live, I don't know, but there's a Damba skin, there's a Leanne skin which you're seeing here, which looks, it's not a Leanne skin, I just remembered, it's a Cassie skin. It looks like Leanne, that is what I was trying to say. It's a Cassie skin that makes it look like Leanne. Little Ziggs is now a dragon with 2 arms. There's a mount that is a dragon with 2 arms. Looks a little bit clunky, but I'm still liking it. So we've got a Cassie skin, we've got a Makoa skin as well in the Battle Pass, and then obviously at the end you've got the Damba Shadow Lord. I much prefer this second Battle Pass to the original one because I didn't even get a chance to finish it. I got the Genos skin out of the first one, which is what I really wanted, but I didn't even get to the end to get the Grok one. But most importantly, out of 1.3, there's a new character, Koga, the Lost Hand. He's somehow related to Zin. He's got some pretty sick-looking SMGs. This is the gold version of him just because I maxed his level out to 50 because it's the PTS where you have infinite gold and crystals. And he's got a claw, so he's a stance-switching character, although he plays a little bit differently than you may expect. He's really cool. I honestly am really looking forward to playing him when he comes into live. We're going to do a little video today showing him off. You have a right-click, Shadow Step, which means you quickly dart forward, becoming untargetable for the duration. It's like a Zin Billow, except it's like an Andro Dash. It's a mix of the two. It consumes 1 unit of energy. You have 3, and you regen them through the course of the game. You regen them very quickly. Actually, I think you only have to, stand around for like a second or two to regen each little tick, but still. Skewer, that's when you're in your dragon stance. You dash forward, slicing anything in front of you for 600 damage, and that uses all your energy, so you're best using this when you're like right at the end of your meter. Agility, you move 50% faster and increase jump height for 4 seconds. You also consume 1 unit of energy with this, so you may have already noticed you don't really have cooldowns other than your ultimate. You just have like an energy system, which is a bit weird not having cooldowns, but it's interesting. I'm interested to see how people play with him. I feel like he's going to have a very, very high skill ceiling, and the passive is that you can actually wall run. You can actually like climb up walls like other characters from other video games. You can actually just hold space when running into a wall and you'll climb up it. I think that's really cool. And obviously the actual default ability on your F is very similar to a Meave Prowl, except you can still do everything that a Meave usually can't, and you can't get cancelled out of this. So Dragon Stance, this is the way you switch your stances. You unleash your claws. Whilst in this stance, you constantly use your energy, and you need 1 unit of energy to actually even be able to trigger it. So that's just a stance switch. I think the Q stance deals significantly more damage, but you have to obviously use your energy to do that. There's going to be a hell of a lot of ways of playing Koga, just in case that wasn't clear enough. And the ultimate, which is the most interesting one to me. I'll play the sound effect for you real quick.
You're already dead.
Okay, pretty damn edgy. Melt into the shadows, becoming untargetable and striking anybody within 25 feet of you. It's basically just the size of an objective, I guess I'd say. It's a pretty big circle. You become untargetable, so you can't take any damage whatsoever, and you deal 1,500 damage per second over 2 seconds. So it deals 3,000 damage over the course, and it goes through shield. So it's basically like a big circle of melee damage that can kill most characters, and you can't take any damage. So what you can do, you can kind of just dash on a point, considering your Shadow Step makes you also untargetable. You could use all 3 things of your energy, then ult, and you wouldn't take any damage during the entire course of that thing that I just described. Kind of crazy. Again, really, really interested to see how he does once he's in live, because he might be completely countered very, very easily. I have no idea. Honestly, he's one of the most unique characters we've had in Paladins in a very, very long time. Probably, I don't know who I could even reference that's as unique as Koga that we've had in like the past couple months. It's been a long time since we've had a character like this. For legendary cards, we've got Adrenaline Junkie. Dealing damage with your submachine guns restores your energy. I think that's really cool. That's the first one you unlock. You got Blood Reaper, which I think is the second one, although I don't know. I really hope that these are now in order because they weren't in the last patch. Skewer deals up to 400 damage extra based on the amount of energy it consumes. So basically, if you use it with full energy, it still takes all your energy anyway, like it usually does, except you now get bonus damage for the extra energy you used. Makes him a decent amount more bursty, but I can't see myself really picking this one all that much. I think there's going to be other ones here that I prefer. Master of Arms seems kind of interesting to me. Successful hits with your SMG cost no ammo. So if you land your shots, you don't use ammo, so you're basically going to have a ton of extra shots. And for the people that are really, really accurate, this is the one you pick, because then you'll just basically be holding left click forever if you can consistently land those shots. And the last one, Dragon Fangs. Dragon Stance no longer consumes energy, which is really interesting, but it consumes 200 health a second. I don't know how good I'm going to be with this, probably not at all, but I'm interested to see how people deal with this, because I feel like this is the most interesting one. This is the best legendary card we've had in a while. Not necessarily like the best as in it's the most powerful, but the best as in it's incredibly unique, because it basically means instead of relying on energy for your Q, you rely on your own actual health bar, which is very, very interesting as a flanker, which he's a flanker, just in case I forgot to mention that, which I think I did. Now, I would have liked to actually jump into a game with him, but we only have quick play, and I'm 90% sure I'm not going to be able to find a match, because every single time I've tried to do that on the previous PTS, I haven't been able to. Although I go to training, it doesn't seem like I'm able to do anything. Alright, so this is like 4 hours later from the last clip that I would have edited in right before this one. I recorded that one around 12 AM or something. It's now like lunchtime, it's like 4, and it's finally actually working, so I have the ability to finally queue for something. It's not been up for long, because I checked this like an hour ago and it still wasn't working at like 3. So now we're going to go ahead and not do quick play or ranked. I'm going to go ahead and do training. Also, I think this is the first time ranked has even been an option in PTS. That's a little bit strange. I'm not Diamond 3, I'm Masters in live, so this is clearly gathered quite a while ago, as well as my level, which says 96 when I'm not like 101 or something. Let's go play some Koga. I've also just noticed the fact that you get to see your icon in the queuing part where you hit accept. I don't know if this is also going to be on like quick play and onslaught and TDM and stuff, but that's really cool that you get an icon now instead of just a random gem. Also, that was the new like loading frame thing for the loading screen. Another random little thing. They are actually finally moving TDM and onslaught to separate queues, and you can just pick and queue whatever you want. So basically, I can queue for TDM, Siege, and onslaught all at once, or just onslaught, or just TDM. That's fantastic. There's also a new TDM map. I highly recommend you go ahead and actually read all over the patch notes, because they've done quite a few things. I'll go over 3 more little quick things right before we jump into Koga, who is really, really cool. They nerfed Fusillade on Drogos, finally. They also nerfed Furia's healing legendary, the one that gives extra heals depending on how much health they're missing. I was kind of expecting that. And they also changed Buck's tanky self-heal loadout, so they basically made a lot of that stuff work differently. I don't know what to pick. I guess it doesn't matter. Let's just do Adrenaline Junkie, because I'm interested to see how fast this actually regens energy. This is the loadout I've made, just a rough idea of what I think some people will be playing with. Making our Shadow Step heal for 300, it's the one that lets us dash and gives us immunity. Extra jump height and agility, don't know how good that's going to be. Falling below 50% health grants 30% energy. I'm guessing that that's going to be a full bar, because 100% obviously would be 3 bars, so I'm guessing if it's split up into 3, that 30% is roughly a full bar of energy. I don't know. Haven't actually tried him in game yet. This is my first time seeing him. Fill a card and reduce the time to enter the dragon stance and exit it by 30%. So this is first person view. Holy shit, that inspect. Sorry, that caught me off guard right there. That's smooth. I don't like usually when the inspect changes like the point of view that you have, so it's like moving your actual head, which is more realistic, I guess, but it always throws me off. But that inspect, the flip, obviously his reload's kind of similar because I saw that on the patch notes show, but these are his SMGs. Sound effects fucking cool. Digging the sound effect. Damage fall off is very fast, and also the spread on it's pretty wide. You're gonna miss a lot of those shots. But how much energy is this regen? So that's the movement speed boost. So that's the 60% bonus jump height. I think I'm probably gonna take that card out of the loadout. Doesn't make much sense. There's also no sound effect with that at all. Be aware that everything I say in this video might change by the time he comes into live. So we've got the dash, that's the right click, so that heals us for 300. I like the fact that he does a little spin to bring his little SMGs up. I guess that's the lockout time. Oh no, there is no lockout time. So there's the shots. How fast do we regen energy? Let me see, let's see. It's quite a nice little buff to it. That's significantly faster than it is on its own. And then obviously we have the Q, stance switch. And now you play very similarly to Xin, except you fire way faster and actually deal more damage. And that's used all of our energy. And then we can use our little SMGs to regen that. Obviously it's not going to charge up if you hit a shield or something. It seems like it's only if it actually deals damage, but that's going to definitely help. And that's the dash, I suppose. Blood Reaper. So this is theoretically going to deal 1,400 now. Oh wait, I can activate agility multiple times. So I accidentally hit F there like 3 times, and it seems like you can reset the timer on it if you just hit it multiple times. That's weird. I doubt that'll be in live, because I can just double tap F really quick, and I've just used all my energy because I was trying to spam my agility. A bit strange, but let's go ahead and try the dash. I'm just waiting for my energy to regen. I'm interested to see if we can insta-kill like a Sky. We'll probably get her down to like a super small amount of health, because this should deal like 1,400. No, it deals 900. Wait, how does it deal 900? Dash forward, slicing anything in your path for 600 damage. So we're meant to be getting a bonus 400? Oh, it's up to 400 damage based on the amount of energy it consumes. So I understood that wrong. I understood that wrong. I think I actually probably explained it wrong at the start of this video as well. So I thought it was going to deal 400 extra damage depending on how many bars we had. I thought it'd deal 400 extra per bar, so I was expecting it to deal 1,400. I'm completely wrong. It deals 400 if you have a full bar. So if you've got half a bar, it only deals 200. If you've got half of your 3 energy bars. That legendary card instantly seems way worse than it was before because it's theoretically 3 times less than what I had in my head. Okay, Dragon Fangs. So this makes our stance no longer consume like our energy stuff. I'm interested to see how fast we lose that health. Let me hit Q. Like, if you're in this stance, I guess if you've got the lifesteal card, because it's a card that you can have that gives you lifesteal on your Q, I feel like you could be in this stance for a very long time and cause a hell of a lot of trouble. 200 health a second isn't actually that much. I feel like this is going to be the one that really, really high-skilled players pick, and that even people that aren't that good, like me, for instance, are probably going to try. For me right now, just judging off the PTS, these two, by far, seem like the strongest legendary cards. I'm very, very interested to see how people do with Dragon Fangs, because you could use all your ammo like that. Dash, pop your Q out, get a kill, I guess, dash like that, and then just switch back to your SMGs, and you only use like 300 health. Like, the amount of time you can just fire these things, like, you get like 6 shots off for like 400 health. That's crazy. The dash that goes like this, you actually can only do it straight forward. I should probably have pointed that out earlier. Yeah, the right click in the SMG stance can only go forward, whereas if you're in this one, you can dash in any direction you want. It's very similar to a Meave dash. He's actually got a lot of different things that are quite similar to Meave and Xin. He's like a combo of the two, I would say. Very, very interesting. I'm going to show you the ult. I know I've waited a while to demonstrate this. Let me go ahead and hit F9. That's the ult. That may seem like that's nothing right now, and if you didn't watch the start of the video and you weren't paying attention, that'll mean absolutely nothing to you. Can I regen my ult, please? I think I can regen it by stepping back in here. There we go. I'll go ahead and show you it on a character. I don't know how much of an effect this is going to have on the top play, but I feel like if this can actually trigger top play easily, it's going to be top play pretty much every game for like the next month until this gets nerfed, because all you have to do, hit E. I mean, I missed the Meave on the left there, but you see what it does. It deals 150 a tick really, really quickly, goes through shields. The only thing that you can honestly do to counter it is, you know, be immune to damage. You are untargetable during it, so you can't be killed. It's basically hit E, I can't die now, and if you're anywhere near me, you're just gonna die. Looks really cool. Love the fact that it gives you like a top-down perspective in third person. I really like it though. It seems pretty unique. It's a thing we don't really have in Paladins. The thing that I'm kind of scared of with Koga is a tactic that I think, again, I mentioned at the start, where, okay, there's the objective over there. Just imagine that this Ying is the payload and we have to go ahead and capture. I can easily imagine a Koga going dash, immune, dash, immune, dash, immune, hitting E, and then practically killing everybody. Tanks left, you go ahead and just, you know, mow them down, dash a little bit more if you need to. Obviously, you can get out of the way. The area of it isn't that big, and this is why I don't think it's going to be too overpowered, because the area is pretty small, and if you're a mobile character with any sort of movement ability, you're going to be able to get out of it, because it's not like I can do my dash in my ult. I'm pretty stationary. I can move a little bit, but really not that much to chase anyone. It's really going to screw over tanks the most and get down half of their health, I suppose, but I feel like it's going to be countered pretty easily. It's not like a game-winning ult, but it is strange having a character who has a loadout pretty much entirely based around damage, other than his agility and I guess his shadow step. Like, he's completely based around damage. He can wall jump as well, which is something I fucking forgot about up until just like right now. And he's got an ultimate that, you know, deals a crap ton of damage. How far can we actually climb up? Is there like a limit to how far you can climb? I don't think there's that many areas in Paladins that are like super tall, but I wonder if there is a limit to which you can, I guess you could do that as well. I'm probably going to glitch out of the map here, so I don't want to break anything. I'm interested to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments, what you think about him, because I honestly don't know what the general consensus is at the moment. I haven't really looked at all that much feedback, because I like to give my opinions just from my own little experience with him, and I'd love to hear your guys'. I will probably do another video on him at some point on the PTS. If it's a long PTS cycle, I'll do a TDM or something. I'll try to get him and try to make a video on him, but right now, PTS has been super sketchy, so I just wanted to show you him here quickly. Quick demonstration before we leave. We'll do a demonstration on how much damage he can deal. So we hit Q, bring these up, slash, 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 sky's nearly gone, boom, boom, dash this way, go ahead and ult. There's a little bit of a lockout timer on that I've just noticed. Okay. You could easily get a penta with him if you knew what you were doing. He's a character that's going to have a hell of a lot of mobility. He's going to not be that great against, like, a big group of people because you are relatively single target. Obviously, your SMGs, I guess you could hit multiple people with, but these daggers, you're really only going to hit 1 or 2 people with in the time that you're in this stance, that's for sure. And then dash right at the end to deal the last little bit of 600 damage. I really like Koga. I think he's really cool. I'm very interested to see how he actually plays once he's in the game, because as you guys know, characters when they're in the PTS are usually nothing like when they go into life. Not because they're changed, but because people then know how to counter them, and then all of a sudden the character that seemed really broken because they can wall run and all this stuff suddenly becomes, oh, I can just do this to counter him really easily. I feel like if you know where Koga is, he's going to be taken down very quick. Keep in mind, he's only got 1900 health. That's like the same as a Meve or an Eevee, and those are two characters that are very easily dealt with. Eevee obviously has ice block and stuff. Sky doesn't really have anything other than an invis. I guess Koga's got this dash, but other than this immunity dash, you haven't got anything to counter like a headshot from a Nessa. You're just going to have to sit there and take it. And also, you don't really have that much mobility. With your dash, you can only dash forward, so it's relatively predictable. Like, I can't dash this way unless I'm looking in that direction, and it's a very set timer, and it's kind of easy to predict. Like, if you were an Nessa watching me, you could probably guess where my thing was going to finish and still kill me. He's a bit like a glass cannon, a sneaky glass cannon, I would say. Easy to take down, but I feel like in the right position, he could pretty easily wipe out a team. If he's behind you, he pops a Q, and he's just doing work like that, dashing's right at the end, you're going to easily kill at least one person there. I'd find it very difficult to see a Koga going in behind people, like behind 3 people, and not taking out at least 1 or 2 of them. If you want to see me do another video on Koga, be sure to let me know. Comment section down below by leaving a like on this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay frosty. I'm also interested to actually see what skins he's got too. That's something I completely forgot in this video. Very interested to see what skins they give Koga, because they could do some really cool stuff. The way he plays actually kind of reminds me of Brink. If you remember Brink, if you know what Brink is and you played Brink, massive shoutouts to you, because I know barely anybody who's ever even heard of that game. Fucked up my outro. Either way, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. See you all very soon, and as always, stay frosty.